Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very late making a video for this channel today. I've spent the entire morning recording episode 6 of Cold Case Christmas 2024. I've now got 6 videos recorded, edited and uploaded. I'm so looking forward to releasing those videos because I think I've got some really good cases for this year. For those of you who've got no idea what I'm talking about, for the 3rd year running, I am running Cold Case Christmas. It's a different cold case, either a missing persons or an unsolved murder, released every day from the 1st of December up to and including December 24th. It's like opening an advent calendar. So it's over on my other channel, Michelle Walks. Go and subscribe over there if you're interested in following on the daily. Cold Case Christmas Season 3. Okay, what I want to talk about in this video though is a shocking case. Now, I saw this being reported a couple of days ago, but some more information has come out. This is a UK case. It's from Cheshire, which is a different county but relatively close to where I live. This is a case that has gone through the courts in Chester. Chester's a lovely little town, by the way. Roman remains and everything. Very interesting and ancient history as Chester. But this case is heartbreaking. Absolutely horrendous. I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like this. So I'm going to read you this article from the Manchester Evening News. It's about a 3-year-old child who had been kept for virtually her entire life in this drawer. So this is a divan bed. I've got a divan bed. Kyle sleeps in it. And it's got drawers. And those drawers are tiny. Like, there's not much room at all in those drawers. But yet this little girl had been kept for her entire life in a drawer inside this bed. The mother had other children that she appeared to look after. This little girl is just absolutely shocking. All right, so her mother has been jailed for extreme neglect after her daughter was found in a drawer underneath her bed. The little girl was only discovered when the mother's partner heard the child's cry from underneath the bed when he was home alone. The woman from Chester, who cannot be publicly named in order to protect her child's identity, kept the child in a drawer in her divan bed. She kept the existence of the child hidden from everyone, including her other children. I don't even know how she's managed to do this for 3 years. But when the woman's other children were taken out, this little girl was left home alone, including when they went away. This little girl was just left there on her own in this drawer. And it was only when the mother started a new relationship that she moved this girl. Right, because the boyfriend's staying over. He's going to be sleeping in that bed. So she moved her to another room. The boyfriend was the one who blew the whistle on this because he was utterly shocked. He was home alone one day and he heard a child. So he went to investigate and lo and behold, he finds this seriously emaciated little toddler. He alerted other members of the family and all hell broke loose. Social services were called. This girl and the other children were taken into protective custody. So the 3-year-old girl had a cleft palate that had never been seen to or corrected. She had matted hair and rashes all over her body, severely malnourished, dehydrated, and with absolutely no socialisation whatsoever. And when this mother was questioned, the little girl had a cleft palate, difficulty feeding. She said she fed her using a syringe, and she'd feed her milk and like milky cereals through a syringe. So this child is now in foster care. The foster parents revealed she didn't know her own name. Recalling the moment she saw the child for the first time, a social worker said she asked the mother if she kept the child in the drawer all the time, and she replied matter-of-factly, yes, in the drawer. Social worker said, I was shocked the mother didn't show any emotion and appear blasé about the situation. It became an overwhelming horror that I was probably the only other face the child had seen apart from her mother's. The prosecutor said she was kept in a drawer in the bedroom, not taken outside, not socialised, no interaction with anybody else. He said that the child was found to have developmental age of 0 to 10 months, and she's 3 years old. Chester Judge Stephen Everett said the consequences for the child were nothing short of catastrophic, physically, psychologically and socially. The infant was an intelligent little girl who is now perhaps slowly coming to life from what was almost a living death in that room. The girl's mother told the police that she'd not been aware she was pregnant and had been really scared when she gave birth. She said that the baby had not been kept in a drawer under the bed all the time and that the drawer had never been closed, as if that made a difference. She told officers that the child was not part of the family, and she went on to say that she had an abusive relationship with the girl's father and had not wanted him to find out about her. Why didn't she give the child up for adoption then? Why did she not seek any help whatsoever for this child's facial difference? Anyway, she did plead guilty to 4 counts of child cruelty. These included failure to seek basic medical care, as well as abandonment, malnourishment and general neglect. Senior Court Prosecutor Rachel Worthington said the child has never had a birthday present, a Christmas present or anything to recognise these days. She's had no interaction with any of her siblings. She hasn't known daylight or fresh air, didn't respond to her own name when she was first found. She added, the motive behind the mother's behaviour is still not clear, but that's not the role of the Crown Prosecution Service. Our job is to bring the person responsible to justice. That has now been done, and it is the profound hope of the CPS that the victim, in this case, recovers sufficiently to live as full a life as possible. Look, I haven't come across a case quite like this. It's not just that little girl, is it? It's her siblings. Imagine growing up knowing that they had a sister who was treated like that. Horrendous. When you think that people can't treat other human beings worse than the last horror story you heard, it then dawns on you that things do get worse. Absolutely shocking. Last week there was a case here in the UK of a baby's remains that were found in the snow in a field in Salford, which is only about like 25-30 miles away from me. Just left there, found by a dog walker. Now, the police have appealed for the mother to come forward, but the chances of a mother coming forward, I think, is pretty slim. Still no reports of how that baby died, though, or even how old that baby is. Nothing. Crazy days. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.